Hi, I'm Chelsey Cope, and you're watching The Set. So I first started playing music when I was around 13 years old. There really was no rhyme or reason to it. I was just really bad at lying, so I was grounded all the time. And my older sister had always wanted a guitar, and she was obsessed with Garth Brooks. And so my grandparents bought her a guitar, and I was kind of running out of things to do around the house at that age to keep me entertained. So I just would go into a room and play guitar, and then after a while, like 6 months of just kind of going there after school and whatnot and practicing, I kind of messed around on my own at first, and then I started looking up tablatures and how to learn songs that I really enjoyed listening to. And from there, I just kind of taught myself how to play for like the next probably 6 years. I took a little bit of lessons from a friend that lasted really briefly. So for the most part, I'm self-taught. So, I mean, I think fame and money and those things have never been of any importance to me as far as music. I always tell people it sounds really cheesy, but I think music found me. It wasn't something that I was ever, I didn't grow up around it really. I mean, you know, old country music and stuff, like 90s country. But as far as being taught it and shown it in this way, I kind of just stumbled onto that. So I think the main goal is just to live happily with enough doing just music. I think I would be satisfied with living in a cabin in the mountains doing that and not making a lot of money. So. Leaves are shaking, blurring out the sun. Finding my own light to replace this one. Two can chase a dark shadow. In the dark, my eyes follow. So don't reach out your arms for me. Don't reach out your arms on stargate. Shadows move in relation to the sun, wherein lights won't stop until they're done. Two can chase a dark shadow, but there is no light, so we should go. So don't reach out your arms for me. Don't reach out your arms on stargate. We will try to live again, trapped in the confines of our skin. We will try to live
stretch out your arms, stargaze.
Hi, I'm Chelsey Cope. You can catch me anytime on the set at tv.ou.edu. Right now, I'm just kind of doing a few different projects. I have my solo stuff, and I have that I'm really focusing on, and I play, I'm going to eventually play that stuff with a full band. But I'm also in this band called Vonna Pearl, which takes up a lot of my time as well. And we've been a band for like the last year and a half. And so really that's just what I'm separating my time is my solo stuff and Vonna Pearl. Other than that, I mean, there are times when I go talk to students, sometimes like at ACM, or my friend teaches in Tulsa, and I'll go do like a small songwriting class. So Vonna Pearl got together because I had gone to this guy that I kind of knew in the community of friends of ours that play music, and I said, I want to do a record, and I really like this studio. What do you think about helping me out? And he was really into it. And I went there one day and we recorded some stuff. And he said, before you leave, would you mind singing on this song of mine? Because he was in a band called the Whirlybirds for a while. And so yeah, I got into the booth and I sang harmonies on one of his songs that he had written. And we were both like shocked that our voices sounded so cool together. And so literally that day we were like, do you want to start a band? And so in the middle of me recording my first ever record, we decided that we would also start a band on the side. And so Taylor Johnson is his name. We met that way, and then all the other guys that play with us are guys I've played with in other bands before. Let Me Roll It by Paul McCartney. My band members, they're my friends too. Vonna Pearl, when we play a live show, we always use that as the cover song, and it's super fun to play, and we also play with a saxophone player and a trumpet player, so it gets kind of wild up there. But that's probably my favorite cover song to play. That or Mazzy Star, Fade Into You when I play solo. I love playing that song.
It's come to this, I cannot resist the power of letting go. I try to twist, propose, and mend, but all of this is out of my control. Black and white, black and white, black and white is all that I'm seeing. Soul I hold so close is waiting to be free. But I don't need money, don't need money, don't need honey with a fickle heart. But I need everything you never believed in from the start. Shut you out, eventually I'll shout, and all of my thoughts will fall to the floor. I'll reach out to you like I always do, but isn't that what your strings are for? Black and white, black and white, black and white is all that I'm seeing. Soul I hold so close is waiting to be free. But I don't need money, don't need money, don't need a honey with a fickle heart. But I need everything you never
Hi, I'm Chelsey Cope, and you can catch me on weeknights on OUTV on the set. My favorite song is one that I wrote when I was 19. It's called Slow Motion. And I like that song for a lot of reasons because I think it's the only song that I've really put myself into as much as I did. I was 19 and I thought that I was in love for the first time, and I wanted to write a song about it. So it just kind of like barreled out of me in a weird way, where I was at home one day after school by myself, and I was in my stepdad's study, and I wrote all the lyrics on like little Post-it notes in no order. Stuff was coming out, and so my parents got home, they thought I was insane because there were just like Post-it notes all over their studio. So it is always difficult. I always joke that I tend to like sabotage my relationships so I have cool songs to write about, because I think as a female, we're pretty emotional sometimes, and really just anything in life. Unfortunately, I feel like I do feel the most inspired whenever I'm in a dark place, whenever something's not going right in my life or something. But I think my way out of that is writing about it. It makes me feel better. I think writing music was something that came to me because it was a form of releasing emotions or something like that. But I also sometimes rent this cabin in New Mexico, and that's become a big inspiration for me. I just kind of like locked myself in this little cabin for a weekend and wrote for a while, so that was really fun. I started recording it at Lunar Manor Studios in Oklahoma City, and it's my first record ever, and I've been playing for like 15 years, so it was long overdue. So we started working on that, and it took me a couple of years to get it finished because I was like slinging drinks and pizza at my sister's restaurant in Oklahoma City trying to pay for it all because I'm really stubborn, and I thought, well, I've paid for everything that I've done this far. It feels really good to release something knowing that you put like literally your blood, sweat, and tears into it. So it took me a couple of years, and it's only 9 songs, but I just released it on my 30th birthday in January 26th, so that hasn't been out for very long. But yeah, we do have, I'm going to do a release show for that coming up. So I wrote this song called Got a Lot of Nerve probably like 6 years ago. And it's not mean, but I like it a lot because I was younger then, and my way of dealing with being like mad at my parents or something, or not feeling like they were supporting me in this wholeheartedly, or just people in general that I felt like were kind of like didn't have my back in the sense of me being a musician, and really supporting that. I wrote that song called Got a Lot of Nerve, and that song actually landed me a spot in a featured film that William H. Macy produced here in, or directed actually, here in Oklahoma. So that was a really cool thing.
Build a wall around liars. Take your time admiring their ways. Build a wall around efforts. Slowly move you into the right place. But I won't save you, no I won't. And I won't be the one to let you down. I won't save you, no I won't. And I won't be the one to let you down. Shake your fists at circles, though you know they never will change. They just keep on going until you shape them in your own way. But I won't save you, no I won't. And I won't be the one to let you down. to revive it. I won't save you, no, I won't. And I won't be the one to let you down. I won't save you, no, I won't. And I won't be the one to let you down.
Hi, I'm Chelsey Cope, and you can catch my music anytime on Studio U on the TuneIn app. My biggest inspiration, there's probably not just one person. When I was little growing up, I loved Jewel because I loved her story a lot. She was discovered by someone playing in the back of her van that she was living out of, and had no desire really to make it. I think she was just trying to do whatever she could to make ends meet as an artist. And so I liked her for lots of reasons. So she was probably my first inspiration, but overall I have quite a few. So I feel like I have a bunch of fans, but they're mostly my friends. They're my family I'm super lucky, and I've been supported by my friends and family throughout this whole journey. So, but there have been times, like when I played a show once in Texas, Denton, Texas, and this was probably like 4 or 5 years ago. And this couple came up to me afterwards, and they said, "You're so great. We drove here from Stillwater just to come see you play, and now we have to drive back. We have to work in the morning." And that was just like incredible. So I feel like through KOSU especially, like the Spy and stuff like that, I have friends that work for them. They've done a really good job helping me promote my music that way, and so I feel like I've met a lot of people through there. Music has impacted my life for the better. I mean, it's definitely something that I think about quitting sometimes when it gets hard or when I think that it's not worth it anymore, but it always seems to find me again. So I don't think I really knew who I was before I started playing music. I think that I was just kind of floating through life, and then as soon as I wrote my first song, I felt a true connection there. And so it's really the end for me. That's gonna continue to be something I do forever, so.
Choking on the smoke from the vows of the world. I never claimed to live the life I didn't dream about. It's all the same until the lights go out. 'Cause if the sun don't rise up again, you can't clear out all the thoughts in your head. And if the time comes to push you away, I will explain. We're all just averages, peeping from the hole of the mouth that we fear, chalking it up to a mystery. They will come and find you when you're dreaming like a child. 'Cause if the sun don't rise up again, you can't clear out all the thoughts in your head. And if the time comes to push you away, I will explain. thoughts in your head. And if the time comes to push you away, I will explain. 'Cause if the sun don't rise up again, you can't clear out all the thoughts in your head. And if the time comes to push you away, I will explain. We're all just savages.
It was funny to everyone else, not me probably. I played at South by Southwest one year for the Buffalo Lounge, which is Oklahoma's thing they put on every year. And I was playing on stage and it was super windy and I was playing on a rooftop and they had all these like flag things set up on the ground that were standing there, really lightweight. And they flew over onto me when I was playing my set. So that was probably funny now, but probably the worst experience I've had on the road. So.